All right, it's Jason here from septictank.co.uk, or if you want to see more of me, then just go to Septic Tank TV. That's right, just type in Septic Tank TV into Google and you'll see more live broadcasts. So in this one, I'm talking about septic tank installation. So look, if you're thinking of replacing your septic tank, if you're thinking of installing a new septic tank, then please watch this short video that I'm about to make now, because it'll save you a lot of hassle, save you a lot of time, and it'll save you lots of money. So just cracking straight into this then, right? If you're looking to install a septic tank, what are the basic things that you need to know? Well, okay, there's two types, right? There's two types of tanks, of septic tanks on the UK market. There are onion. I'm going to show you live in 3D in a minute exactly the tanks that I'm speaking about here, but I'm just giving you a basic overview, right? So there's two types of septic tanks. There's an onion style septic tank, and there's like a bullet tank, okay? So there's two types of tanks. And basically, to cut a real long story short, make it short, right? Onion tanks have been around for about, about 30 years. And the bullet tanks, the low profile bullet tanks, have been around for something like 5 years. The onion tanks and the bullet tanks, completely different kettle of fish, right? But the onion tanks are typically about 200 quid cheaper than the bullet low profile septic tanks. Now, because of that, many people are, I wouldn't say misled, but they're deceived to go for an onion tank, right, instead of a low profile tank, which, okay, they want to save 200 quid, and that's a good thing, but buying an onion tank, the old technology, saving 200 quid up front will mean that you're going to spend 1,500 quid on the back end. So I just wanted to show you the pros and the cons of, from my opinion, which are the best tanks to go for now, and why. So come over here, let me show you a bit more about the onion shaped septic tank and the bullet shaped septic tank, and you can make your own decision. But have a look at this, right? All right, so here we go. Here we have an onion-shaped septic tank and a low. They're completely different in size and shape. Now, these tanks are a lot cheaper to buy, right? These onion tanks. So if I just take off the concreting there and the anchor, right? They're completely different, right, in their size and their shape. And these tanks cost about 200 quid less than these tanks, and for that reason many people go for them and then they regret it. Why? Because the onion tanks, number one, you have to dig a hole that's 3 to 4 to 5 times deeper than the bullet shaped low profile septic tank. Secondly, right, you've got to concrete these onion tanks in. Right, and this is what the merchants don't tell you where you buy the tanks from. You've got to spend 600, 700, 800, 900 quid on concreting these onion tanks in, right? But before you concrete them in, you've also got to put like an anchor to them, all right? So let me show you this, okay? So let me just take the concrete off. This anchor stops the tank from basically floating up to the top of the ground. So that's the onion-shaped septic tank. The low-profile tank is basically, it does what it says on the tin, right? It's a very shallow hole. They take the bullet-shaped septic tank, they take about an hour to install, and they just need backfilling with concrete, with shingle. All right, so that's the basic difference between the two tanks. I don't really want to hinge too much on them, but what I wanted to show you was, right, how to install the low profile septic tank. So have a look at this, right? So I just want to show you how easy these tanks are to install, and why you should never just buy a septic tank because it's cheaper, you know, to buy than the other tank. You've got to look at the whole costing, right? When you're installing a septic tank, you've got to figure in the concrete, the anchoring, the size of the digger to dig the hole. So let me just show you, right, in my opinion, why these low profile tanks are just the future of septic tanks, right? So look, here's a typical house in the countryside. So let's say this is you, right, putting a septic tank in. Let me show you how easy it is, right? First of all, literally, you just dig a trench from the house to wherever you want to put your septic tank in, all right? Secondly, you just dig a hole for the tank to go in. Look at that. How cool is that? All right, so let me just do a side angle shot here, okay? And so then what you do, you put a pipe in the trench and you put the tank into the hole. So there you go. So it's as simple as that. So, and the pipe obviously connects into the inlet pipe of the septic tank. Then from there, right, all you need to do now is dig a hole for the soakaway and for the pipework to connect to the soakaway, okay? So then once we've done that, we put in an inspection chamber, we put in a pipe from the tank to the inspection chamber. Then the next thing we do is to put the soakaway in. And this is something called septic tank soakaway crates. They're not the same as rainwater crates, are actually designed for septic tanks. And they really are that easy to put in. You just literally put them straight onto the soil, okay, like so. And then you connect the outlet pipe, if I can find that. Yep, there you go, straight into the crates, and job done. It really is that easy. Now, this kind of septic tank and soakaway system takes about, man alive, about 2 to 3 hours to install. And anyone can do it. As I said, they're made for the DIY market. So you put it in, you then cover the crates with membrane. They don't need any underneath them. And once you've done that, let me just put the grass back over the hole here, the side section. So that is actually what it would look like. Okay, that's exactly what it will look like. Okay, and there's no electricity or nothing with this. And then once you've done that, you literally just cover everything over with soil. All right, so that is the basic difference between a low profile tank and an onion shaped septic tank. So, you know, for me, I mean, these tanks were good when they came out 30, 40 years ago, but now, for so many reasons, you know, technology's moved on, and not many people actually use onion tanks these days. But if you haven't been kept in the loop for a while, then you know, if this is your first time looking for a septic tank and you come across an onion tank and you'll say, oh wow, okay, I'm saving 200 quid here, that's a good thing. But you've got to figure out what it's going to cost, you know, including the pipe work, including the soakaway, including the size of the hole, the concrete, the anchor, you know. So for me, for so many reasons, the bullet style low profile septic tanks make so much sense. So there you go. I just wanted to give you that little tip. I hope it made sense today. It's really, really hot, so I'm not thinking quite as straight as I normally think today, but I hope that's at least given you a pointer in the right direction as to the pros and the cons between the onion tank and the low profile septic tank. But look, if you want to see more of me and you want to see more live broadcasts, then there's two places you can go, right? You can go to Septic Tank. You can go to Septic Tank TV, where there's loads more kind of live broadcasts and videos that I've done that will really help you for free. Or you can go to septictank.co.uk. There you go. So listen, thank you very much once again for watching this live broadcast. You take care, and I'll speak to you soon.